I'm sure a lot of you will have zero interest, and that is absolutely fine. Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute. So anyone who follows the channel religiously, there might be two of you, you might know that I started a full-time job in January 2021, and on top of that, through 2021, I also had a full year of weddings booked. So that's pretty much why you didn't hear from me last year. This year, I told myself I'd calm it down on the weddings, which I did. I've only had 3 of my own bookings, but on top of that I've also been shooting a lot of weddings as a second shooter, as I also did last year. I love doing it, and I'll probably continue doing it. Not quite as much as the last 2 years, but it's good little bit of pocket money. It's good to get out, meeting other shooters. Yeah, and I enjoy it. But because of all that, I've just not been active on this channel at all, which is something from now that I'm going to try and rectify. All that out of the way, a little bit of a camera gear update, because that's what we're all here for. I am currently shooting on the Sony FX6. I absolutely love this camera. I bought it at the end of last year, December 2022, but I'm selling it. There's a couple of reasons that I bought the FX6. 1, look at it. 2, features. I absolutely love using this camera. There's some features which are fantastic, some features which it could really do with having as well. I absolutely love the dual gain ISO. I love the built-in variable ND. The files themselves are absolutely lovely to work with. It's a stunning camera. I absolutely love it. But more often than not, I'll just find myself coming back to the FX3. This camera I've had now for at least 2 years. It was not long after it released that I got this camera. I've got quite a few videos about this camera and different rigging options and stuff like that. I'll leave a link up here for a playlist. But yeah, just for the type of shooting that I do a lot of, especially at weddings, a lot of it is run and gun, handheld. And for me, I keep going back to this one because of the built-in stabilization. Yes, both cameras have the gyro data recorded, so you can use the post-production stabilization in Catalyst Browse or Catalyst Prepare. But that is just another step in the process of making the film. Depending on how much you're shooting as well. At a wedding, for example, I'm reeling off clips, especially when it's for someone else. Nobody needs that much extra work. So for me, going with the FX3, it just makes that bit much more sense. Visually, it's not quite as much camera, but once you've rigged it, built it up for what you need, it can look like a fair unit. Another reason I bought the FX6 was I was quite aware that it'd probably be just sat on my shelf quite a bit. I work full time now for another video production company called Eastwood Media, and I have rented it to Eastwood Media a handful of times, but also I was hoping to rent it out a lot more, and it just hasn't happened. I've started using the website Fat Llama recently, where I've rented out lenses and stuff, but for the FX6, just nobody's going near it. So yeah, considering how little work I'm bringing in now into my own business, there's no point in keeping it. If I want to use one, I can rent one. There's plenty of other people renting their FX6s out, and for the sake of a day or 2 days of shooting, a few £100, yeah, easy. I'll just rent one in. which makes far more sense than having £6,000 of camera sitting on a dusty shelf. Yeah. So yeah, as much as I love this camera, I'm selling it. So probably this will be the only video on this channel recorded on the Sony FX6. Lens wise, I also picked up the Sony 24-105 f4 lens, specifically for the FX6. I believe at some point it was actually sold as a kit with the FX6. But yeah, I bought this lens purely for the FX6 because of the image stabilization. And it's good, it is good, but it's not as good as on the FX3. That combination of in-lens and in-body stabilization, it just can't be beaten in my opinion. So yeah, I'll probably be selling this lens as well. I've got quite a few bits FX6 related in terms of cage and power and all that kind of stuff. They're on my eBay page already. I've also set up a new page on my website recently, just all about the gear that I currently use. So yeah, if you're interested in buying anything or just interested in what I use day to day, whether that's I lost focus there and I don't know why. So yeah, if you're interested in any of the gear that I'm currently using, whether that's with my day job or here as Famau Media, head over to that website. I'll be putting more videos on the channel very soon. I'll probably do some both photography and video loadouts for weddings, because that's what I do a lot of the time as Famau Media. And hopefully you might even just be able to see some cool kit that we use at Eastwood Media. One I've got with me right now, I've just been playing with for the weekend, is the new Osmo, what's it called? Osmo 3 or something. It's one with flippy screen. This could be super handy, I think. I've just used it on a little video outside. And another update as well, I am starting a new YouTube channel. This channel will stay exactly as it is. It's all camera, photo, video related stuff. I'm starting a new channel all about my cars. One car. I can't afford two cars. I got a new car last year, second-hand car, and almost as a hobby as much as anything else, I love doing as much of my own work on my cars as I can. So I started recording it. Hat in mechanic mode. I need a haircut. I'm sure a lot of you will have zero interest, and that is absolutely fine. If you like cars, then maybe head over. I'll put a link up here and in the description. Obviously a lot of it will be specific to my car. If you have the same car, happy days. But then I'll also hope to be doing other cars as well. We've got my dad's car, my mum's car here. If I change my car, I'll start doing videos on that car. So yeah, it's just a bit of fun really, as much as anything. This is still my main channel. That's everything, I think. I know this is a bit of a neither here nor there video, but just getting this first video out hopefully will be a bit of a new lease of life for the channel. So once I've done one, I'll start doing more. Yeah, there you are. I'll leave it there. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to give it a like, hit subscribe if you're interested, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video.